Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I think I'm gonna do something a little bit different. Um, I want to do relatable questions. I think that these are very interesting. I like to hear people's opinions on things because I like to hear differences in what people think, and then I also like to hear how some people agree with the way that you're thinking, because sometimes you think that a lot of us think differently, but more than likely a lot of us think the same on certain things. So I actually kind of like watching other people and how they answer these questions. And yeah, I'm looking down because I'm looking at my tablet to get some juicy questions to answer. So let me see. Also, you might hear my daughter in the background. She is sleeping. So you might hear her too. Let's see. Let me see. Okay, here's one. Um, what movie can you watch over and over again without getting tired of? Um, I think Step Brothers is probably one movie. I love that movie. It is so funny, and every time I watch it, I love like reciting the lines. I think that's like the only movie I pretty much have a lot of stuff memorized. Um, More so than anything, it's probably TV shows. Um, I could rewatch The Vampire Diaries like so many times. It's ridiculous. Um, there's just other shows that I just like could watch over and over again. But those two I'll just leave as an example. Let's see. Um, oh, here's one. What are some red flags to watch out for in daily life? Hmm, that's a good question. Um, I just think people um if people are being sketchy or weird, you know, and it's just something you like really like notice, you got to kind of like maneuver around that and kind of like, go the other way. Um what other red flags to watch out in daily life? Um I guess like just being more like alert of like where you're at, because you never know when something could happen, like red flags of like how people are acting around you, and you kind of want to like get away from that situation, or maybe out of that store that someone else is arguing. I kind of think like that. Oh, another thing that sounds like a red flag, but just like watching in general, is like if you're driving and you notice like there's certain drivers next to you or in front of you that are driving really weird, or they're cutting people off. Like I always like stay behind. I'm not the type of person that like wants to like you know have an ego and like try to like pull up to them on the side. So I think those are probably it in like daily life. Okay, let's see. Trying to find something really interesting. Oh, here's one. Who do you go out of your way to be nice to? Hmm. I think that's kind of like a trick question. Um, I think you should just try to be polite to everyone. I don't have anyone necessarily that I like, know that I like try to like be nice to, go out of my way for. I'm just nice to them, or I'm just myself with them, depending on how our attitudes are for the day. But I think when you're out and you're actually like talking to people, whether it's going into a gas station or going to get something to eat, um, I guess I go out of my way to always say like, "Oh, thank you," and have a good day, because I feel like everyone wants to be respected. So when you go out, I feel like you shouldn't treat other people like with a nasty attitude. Even if something like doesn't go like your way, there's a certain way you can say things, like, especially like if you're out getting food and maybe they mess up your order or you didn't get your drink. There's a way to be like, "Oh, this was the wrong drink. Could I please get this one?" Or, "Oh, could you guys give me some extra like ketchup packets? Thank you so much. Have a great day." It's just something so simple that you could do. Um, and people, I feel like they like appreciate that. Like, I know, when I used to work in retail, um, people would just be so rude, and I was never being rude to them. Obviously, if there was a situation, I tried to resolve it, but I never was rude to someone. But I've obviously had people be rude to me, and you just don't know how someone's day is going or what's going on, like, outside of work. So if you could just be as kind as you can, um, I think that goes a long way. So that's, I guess, who I would go out of my way to be nice to. Um, what food is delicious but a pain to eat? Um, I think sometimes like steak, you have to like really like chew it a lot, and you have to like cut it depending on how it's cooked. Um, Definitely delicious, but sometimes a pain to eat. Another thing is probably just like ice cream, especially when it's on a cone. Like, you literally have to like get it down because it's just gonna melt regardless if you're sitting inside somewhere or outside somewhere. Um, Trying to think of something else. What is a pain to eat? Um, those are the only two I can really like think of that's like a pain to eat, because everything else is pretty like simple that I can think of. Oh, sometimes like certain like crunchy bars, like maybe like granola bars, they taste really good, but then they leave like all of like the little crumbs and stuff. I guess it can be with like bread too, depending on the bread. Um Anything that you eat that just leaves like crumbs all over. And obviously you're not just like outside just eating, like you're in your car or in your house, and you just have like this like all of this all these crumbs just there. It's annoying, but obviously the food tastes really good. Okay. Um what's what's the spiciest thing you've ever eaten? Well, this is a simple question to answer. I am as about like, I guess I would say American as you can get, and I'm sure there's Americans that eat spicy food, but basically I don't eat spicy food. Probably spicy chicken or I don't even like that. I don't like spicy food. Nothing like against it to people who do love it or they're used to eating it. I've just grown up not um eating spicy stuff, so I don't gravitate towards it. But probably like a sandwich, I guess. I mean, that's just like so simple, but I mean, I don't eat spicy stuff. Um, but I have tried a few other spicy things, but definitely probably like spicy chicken, I guess. Um, let's see. Um, I'm really trying to think of see something like. Oh, this is a good one. What makes you roll your eyes every time you hear it? The main thing, I'm trying to like really think of it now, like rolling my eyes while I'm doing it. Um, the the main thing is when someone, I know this is like a topic of like, it could go in any direction, but this is my opinion. So when someone says that they're fat and they're, in my opinion, because everyone at every weight can have their own opinion about what's big and what's not. But since I am a bigger person, and I hear someone say that they think that they're fat, like I've heard that a lot, and to me, and it's like obviously girls, I haven't heard a guy say that he's fat. I mean, he might think it in his head, but I haven't heard a guy say like, "Oh, I'm fat." The way that girls, because you know, girls are more conscious about how they look, and they'll say it out loud. I think guys more like keep it inside. But when I hear a girl say that she's fat, and she's, to me, my opinion, is obviously skinny, and it just like annoys me because I would love to look like that, and I know obviously I have the power to look like that. But that I guess just shows you that no matter how you think of someone, they think of themselves in a certain way. So to them, they might think that they're really fat, even though I think like they are skinny or they're beautiful. So I guess that, and probably um, when other people get into someone else's business that has nothing to do with them, they weren't talking to the other people. Sorry, that's my daughter in the background. She's waking up a little bit. Yeah, when someone else gets into someone else's conversation, especially when you're out in the store and they kind of just like get their way in there, I don't think that that is right. Like, I know we're all like nosy, we kind of like listen in on what other people are saying. You know, you might like say something in your head, but I really don't think it's your business to get in other people's conversations unless you're trying to like help a situation out that might be like, you know, going wrong or something like that. Then I understand, but that's something else that's kind of like annoying. Okay. How do you judge a person? Hmm. That could be answered in so many ways. Like, the main thing is people would say you shouldn't judge someone just by looking at them, or, you know, you have to get to know them. Um, I kind of think that is, we all judge people. Like, you know, maybe how someone, I mean, in your head, you subconsciously do that. Whether you continue or just like a thought and you kind of just like let it go, or you like continue on someone you may know or someone you come across like a lot but you're not really like friends with or anything. um but how do you judge a person? I think if it's someone that you're around or you're trying to get to know, um I personally think it's based on their personality and how they are towards you and other people. I think that really shows a person's character. Hi. I could bring my daughter in this video. Maybe you guys can see her. Oh, she's a little bit upset. Oh, it's okay. Hi. Oh. You want this? Like someone's probably judging me right now for giving her a pacifier, but it's okay because it comforts her, and then she doesn't always have it in, so she was just sleeping. Okay. Um, let me see.